Namaste, everyone. In this session today, we are going to be talking about how Ayurveda can help with the cleansing and healing of our mind, body, and soul. Joining me today, we have Jonathan Glass. Jonathan is a licensed acupuncturist, Ayurvedic practitioner, energy healer, and a certified hypnotherapist. Nicola is also joining me. She's an Ayurvedic counselor, yoga, and spiritual teacher. So welcome, both of you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thanks, Amita.
All right. Let's just start with the cleansing part, the significance of cleansing from Jonathan. What does it mean when we use the word cleansing? And it's very confusing, right? People are using cleansing, detox, juice cleanse, this cleanse. So educate us.
Okay. Well, let's start from the principle of the ancient wisdom of Ayurveda. Ayurveda meaning knowledge of life, in essence. Fundamental to health is that we live, our cells, our body, our energy, our mind, our spirit is free, relatively speaking, of toxins. Ama means toxins. So these are toxins that are externally derived or internally derived, and that can happen. Of course, the environment these days especially is filled with all kinds of toxins, 80,000 chemicals, pesticides, herbicides, medicines, drugs, so many things, the air, the water. But also if our digestion is not super strong and healthy, then even healthy food that we eat can turn into toxins. So it's very important to reset. The other beautiful principle in Ayurveda, we all have something called a dosha. Dosha means fault or tendency, and automatically we tend to go out of balance. So at least twice a year, we should take the opportunity to eliminate toxins, eliminate those things that come into our body as much as possible that are to different degrees toxic, and also take the opportunity to remove those toxins from the body. And what happens is that not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually, it's very, very beneficial. It's an opportunity to reset, to sort of pull in some bad habits, to eliminate some toxins. And the beautiful things that our cells get happier, our immune system gets happier, our mind gets clearer, we become a little more thoughtful, a little more connected, and sometimes a lot more connected. So it's a very powerful, simple, but very powerful process.
Sure. And then all of us now cannot walk into a Panchakarma clinic, especially all of us living in the United States. What is a simple way, right, we can do this cleanse, even if at home?
Yeah, so, yes, Panchakarma is sort of the quintessence of detoxification. But what I like to share with people is that just by removing obstacles from the body, just by taking away the junk food, by eliminating toxic foods, toxic drinks, toxic environments, toxic media, so many things, the body is very, very intelligent, and the mind and the spirit is very intelligent. So if we give it a chance, it automatically up-levels our capacity to detoxify. So going on a very clean plant-based diet, eliminating wheat, eliminating sugar, eliminating dairy from the diet for a little while, adding some healthy herbs, triphala, good liver formula, things like that just support the body, the tissues to just work at a higher level. Automatically we start to detoxify. And I say things like wheat. Wheat is a good food if it's organic and it's ancient wheat. The modern wheat has a lot of problems. So we're also dealing in this age, what we call Kali Yuga. In this age, we're dealing with a lot of issues that even the sages they may have foreseen, but when they spoke about different foods, they weren't so much taking into consideration modern dairy, modern wheat, and the issues of modern sugar and things like that. So.
Sure. And the cleansing is recommended on a seasonal basis, like 2 times in a year?
Yeah, ideally it's recommended a couple times a year, especially in the fall and the spring are the optimal time to cleanse. It's kind of funny, in my practice, we also do a winter cleanse, but that's usually, I call that the recovery cleanse, because people usually get so out of balance from Thanksgiving and from Halloween and then Christmas and the New Year. And by then they're completely out of balance. So that cleanse is really not so much a heavy detoxification, but an opportunity to reset and nourish and support the immune system, which is of course, more in the attention, perhaps now than ever, how important that is. And eating clean and healthy and nourishing the body and mind and spirit is super important for the immune system as well.
Sure.
So
And then yes. So Ayurveda also has a concept of dinacharya, meaning daily habits, right?
Mhm.
Nicola, do you want to comment on that a little bit?
Sure. So I love Jonathan's coming from the inside, you know, that the big tube on the inside. And so what I am teaching is from the outside, right? The skin and the body. And I love the fact it's not just a massage, you know, it's a spiritual practice to create a cocoon of love and care for our skin. And our skin is one of the organs that helps us to detox. And so it's not just a practice that helps us to detox, but also to boundary ourselves against a lot of the incoming mental stimulation, electrical stimulation. And so Abhyanga is an oil massage. It's almost a systematic massage that's done to aid the lymphatic system, right? And the lymphatic system, I liken it to a canal system around the body that helps, you know, take out the trash. So as you're doing a detox, you know, or a cleanse with your food and you're cleaning the organs, massaging the body, helping the lymphatic system, which can't really move by itself, it needs to be moved, is a great way to help that lymphatic system drain out just the debris, the stuff that you don't need. And, you know, I always say everything needs to be rebooted from time to time. And so the Abhyanga is, you know, they say it will prolong your life. You will have a very happy, healthy life if you do this. I would recommend doing it at least 3 times a week. And beyond the lymphatic system, the nervous system is something else that also is really nourished and helped, because each pore has a nerve at the bottom of the pores. When we add the oil into the pores and let sit, it's almost like each nerve ending has this kind of little soothing, a little glove put on it, and just soothe. So especially well, I think that most people in the West, there's a lot of the Vata energy, is just because we live in an electronic, etheric world, wireless world. And so although it benefits all doshas, especially the Vata dosha, and each oil can ameliorate that even further. So yeah, that's my take on the Abhyanga. And it's also just a boundary time, like when you're doing this practice, recommended 30 minutes, and you know, you really have to sit still. You can't be oiled up and gliding around all over the place. So it's a kind of sweet forced way to stay still and stay off your electronics for half an hour.
So the follow-up question from Jonathan is that when you recommend the seasonal cleanse, and that's of course eating the plant-based, like you said, the plant-based diet, do you also recommend the daily practices, the daily regimen that Ayurveda talks about, incorporating that in your seasonal cleanse?
Absolutely, yes. We definitely recommend Abhyanga. Recommend different like neti pot, which also stimulates the nadis, the nerves, you know, that go up into the brain. But yeah, Abhyanga is very, very powerful. I remember one of the first cleansers that we did many years ago, and she wanted to become a Kundalini yoga teacher, and she said, is it really okay to love myself this much? You know, because taking care of yourself in that way, and it is really powerful. And I love how you mentioned how each little pore connects to a nerve, and how it's connected to Vata, and the electronic or the wireless, that energy is so incredible, and we do need to be protected from that. And it's amazing how the sages of the past, that truth is more important now, or that modality is more important now, you could say, than ever. And that is a very powerful way of protecting ourselves from what's happening on the planet right now.
Sure. You talked about the neti pot. Is it like the nasya? Is that?
Well, the nasya is the oil. The neti pot is the cleansing of the nasal passages. with the water and saline.
So cleansing the nasal passage, what does it
Yeah,
do?
it's very powerful. One, it on a physical level, it protects us from toxins and things that have accumulated. The nose is the first entrance from the outside world, so it takes out dust and pollen and many toxins. But it also opens up the passages, which means that the prana, the vital life energy, the air that comes in and splits off, and the prana goes up into the brain. It actually can make you more intelligent. It can make your head more clear. So yeah, it's a very, very, very important. It's very powerful, actually.
Well, thank you, both of you. We are launching 2 programs. One is on cleansing, the seasonal plants from Jonathan Glass. The other one is on Abhyanga from Nicola. So that we can guide you, like these are pre-recorded videos. We are going to guide you how to do cleanse properly and how to do Abhyanga massage properly. Do you want to talk a little bit about the program that you have, Jonathan?
Sure. Yeah. So mine is an 8-day program. We have an 8-day, we have a 12-day, we have a 28-day program. But for this right now, which is a really great, I found that 8 is sort of the magic minimum, doing some kind of cleanse. And we incorporate Abhyanga, we incorporate changing the diet, pranayama. And it's a really powerful opportunity to reset in a very simple way. You'll get videos and daily instruction and daily support. So a lot can happen in 8 days, and it's easy enough that it's not overwhelming, but it's definitely a powerful reset and opportunity. And I'm really looking forward to hearing about and learning more about what Nicola is doing also.
Yeah, so my Abhyanga course, I talk you through the process. There's a little demonstration video around how to actually do it. And I often, because I teach a course that many people have done and have kind of, women often have reported like just feeling more connected with their bodies. And you really do shape your life. And this is a kind of physical place of I'm shaping this vessel, I am shaping this body. And I'm very passionate about it. I wish more people were doing it. It seems to be kind of hidden in the back drawer of tools, and I just feel that if more people knew about like this amazing body of work that was channeled, that is here to help us, then I think we could all be a little bit more balanced in many ways. And so just I encourage people to have a go and be curious and see how the practices can help.
And I would encourage people doing both programs simultaneously.
Yes.
Really awesome. Really awesome.
Inside and out. Really. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very powerful time. The time on the planet right now it's a great time to do it.
Absolutely. And that's why we have both of you together today, to really make people understand the power of internal cleansing and external cleansing, so that it's so powerful that you can feel, optimal health and vitality and energy and all the things that you talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. No, you really will feel different. I have bought many creams and all sorts of things that are in the beauty industry. Nothing, and I mean nothing, makes me feel at a really deep cellular level like the Abhyanga. You could give me the biggest, most expensive cream in the world. It is not going to do the same thing for me at an energetic level than an Abhyanga massage.
Well, thank you so much, both of you, for being with us. To all the viewers, if you have any questions, you can put it in the Facebook comments and we will answer them. We will be sending an email out to all the people who registered for this particular session. And namaste. Thank you.
Namaste. Thank you very much.
Namaste. Thank you.